Hey guys, I'm Sebastian from Performance Play Sports Care in Costa Mesa, California. We're going to cover 3 of my favorite lower back pain exercises. And the way we're going to do this today is, it's still part of a series. So if you haven't seen the other videos in the series, I encourage you to go back and look at those as well. These ones are going to be mainly focused at trying to rebuild the hip hinging pattern. And a lot of you have probably looked over videos on how to deadlift, how to move at the hips rather than the spine and so on. And this is really part of the foundation of getting the spine to heal itself in the subacute phase. And so if we get the movement to happen mainly at the hip versus a lot at the spine, creating a spinal hinge, then you'll actually feel a lot better much sooner. But there's a couple things that you should note that when we're doing this, that you shouldn't feel pain at all. You should feel effort, and you should feel effort in areas that I'm going to mention throughout the video here. So make sure that you don't just blow through exercise, period. Exercise, corrective exercise, and therapies that you're doing for your low back issues, sciatica, hip flexor, and tightness into the areas of the low back and hip, they shouldn't hurt. They should just feel effortful. Typically the solution is very simple. It's just effortful. You have to do the work, and I'm going to show you how in some of these video series here today. So by the way, if you're in Costa Mesa, come see us. We are locally world famous, trademarked. Come see us. We're really good at what we do, and we're honest too. So what you're going to need today is basically a wall, and we're going to find a weight or a bag actually. So this is a follow along video. I do want you to follow along with me and just explore some of your movements and figure things out. Okay, so the first thing here is I like to call them sassy hips on the walls. And so we're going to use a wall to help lean into, all right? And so I'm going to take this front foot here, and we're going to stand on the leg, but also we're going to shift the weight of the hip into the wall. I apologize, the angle of the camera is really not perfect for this, but I'm hoping you get the point. So I'm going to take my hand fully against the wall, and we're going to place the entire foot, not part of the foot, the entire foot at all times into the ground. It's like you're rooting into the floor, okay? The reason I say this is because as soon as I usually have people do this exercise, they shift the hips into the wall and they let their foot start to rise. This is not right. You won't get anything out of this, all right? So what we want to do, weight on the wall, slide down the wall, bury the foot into the floor, and I want you to take your right hip pocket, or for me, your inner hip pocket, and start to shift the weight of your, like say there's change in your pocket, you're trying to get the change towards the corner of the wall, towards the corner of the wall. Now after you do a couple of these things, if you're like, oh, I don't really like it, move the other foot. I don't care where this other foot is. It can be in front, it can be the side, it can be back. I don't really care where it is. So shift the weight of your body in towards the corner of the wall, and then double down on the idea of having that foot buried into the floor, and just hold it. Hold it there until the outer side of your hip starts to really light up. If it doesn't, start again. Okay? Do this with reps and holds. Reps and holds until you feel like the outer part of your butt cheek starts to light up here. It should not be a single point. It should be a broad area. Okay, that's important. Glute priming and getting the glutes activated for helping with lower back pain does not come in the pinpoint form. It comes in the broad form. Okay, so that's part one. You can do both sides, by the way. Part two is taking the wall away from this and going into more of a skater position. I'm sure a lot of you have probably done bowling, you've done lawn bowling or in a lane, it doesn't matter. And in this case, if I was left-handed, how I was on this, I would slowly take the ball and roll it as slow as I can down the lane, okay? The important part is slow. I'm going to show you from the side. Go slowly down the lane, okay? If you do it quickly, you might not feel what you want to feel, at least not yet. Now notice if you go slow, I want the full rep to be down and back up pain-free without losing your balance. Now some people, they'll go like this and they'll bend forward and try to touch the ground. I'm not asking you to touch the ground. I'm asking you to slowly roll. Go as far as you can, not how far that I can. And some people are going to notice that bringing their chest up a little bit feels better than actually if they reach down. It should still feel like it's in the same area of your hip that it was. Slow roll, back up. slow roll, back up. Slow roll, pause, hold, breathe, back up. Slow, control, find the hips, okay? That's part 2, do it on both sides. Now the last thing is priming into both sides. Since we did a single-sided approach, this is very good for getting into normal activities. Like no one bends down like a robot every day. They tend to bend over, pick up golf balls, you know, pick daisies, whatever. They do all that stuff. But they used to do it with one leg, one hand. And then when you end up encountering something heavy like a bag of dog food, you have to then set your feet a little bit more appropriately. Or if you're doing things like weight training, you're going to CrossFits, you're at a powerlifting gym, something like this is obviously going to be heavier, but the pattern is still the same. The tension changes. And so usually what I ask people to do is either number one, get up onto a block, put the weight on a block, or have something like a backpack that's just weighted. Normally backpacks will have the handles right up here, and so it's perfect. The hands should be in and around the knees. In this case, it's not for me. So from a sideline view, because I'm not able to really get down too far, if my back was really pissed off, I wouldn't, I'd be like, nope, not gonna do it. It's easier just to widen your legs, okay? Sit your hips back like you're trying to push a dresser drawer shut, all right? If you ever saw the movie Eddie the Eagle, I love that movie, I should watch it again. This is kind of like that long jump ski position here, okay? Notice my back is flat. I'm not rounded, but I'm not hyperextended either, okay? Be okay with finding a position that feels good to you, okay? The weight is now between my ankles. Stand tall. Slowly place the weight down back between your ankles where you found it, not in front of you, all right? Stand tall. Slowly down, stand tall. Slowly down, stand tall. And I do mean tall, okay? I see a lot of this with people. They stop here, or they go here, all right? I just want you to do a good old-fashioned plank at the top, all right? I'm just straight. I'm trying to break this in half, and I'm trying to squeeze a quarter between my butt cheeks like I am trying to break it into 5 nickels, all right? I'm not sure how that accounts into the euro. No one, do they have coins? Euro coins? I'm not sure. Anyways, American joke. So, deadlift about 5 to 10 times. It should feel good. So you might wonder how many times should I be doing this throughout the week, throughout the day? These are very low loads. That's 26 pounds right there, or say 12 kilos. You're going to encounter that amount of weight like throughout your day anyways, bags of groceries and things of that nature. And a lot of times they're a little bit more wiggly, like even if you pick up a dog, they're more wiggly. It's not like it's a stiff weight like that. So doing these as a patterning exercise every day for the first week or so is actually not a bad idea. Eventually you have to get up in weight and you have to encounter some load to make your body feel better, because you can't just live in fairy tale land where we think that everything's 25 pounds for the rest of your life. It ain't going to work. So the truth of the matter is that if you want to get back into having a resilient, non-weak body, non-weak spine, you got to do the work. And that comes into experiencing some load. Not a lot of weight. You don't have to be a power lifter or a CrossFitter or anything like that. You just have to do some good hard work over the course of your life to create an adaptation. This is exactly what I do, and I've had back pain, disc herniations twice in my life. So it's been simple but challenging to get over at the same time. So I totally get where you're coming from. So if you're wondering what to do next, I have a link below. It is for a book that I made. Please get the book. It's free. I just ask you guys pay the shipping because I'm not trying to bankrupt myself to give out books, but just pay the shipping. I think that's fair. Free book, you pay the shipping. It covers a lot of the good things surrounding lower back that I just mentioned in this video, but also too it covers 6 of my favorite exercises that I did not cover all of them in here. We did cover some patterning in here though, but it lays out a good framework and roadmap of things that you should be looking for and doing. So most of the time in my experience, people just don't know what to do next, and that book helps you do that, okay? So please get it. It's going to be a tragedy if you don't. So in addition, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is a series of lower back exercise videos that I'm going to be doing for a little bit of time here. We also have other videos on hip flexor, SI joint, sciatica, disc herniations, cervical radiculopathies, shoulder blade pain, neck pain, headache. We have everything, okay? If you want exercises and videos and stretches and information that is not old stuff, 10 years old like it is on a lot of times on your Dr. Googles and so on, please check this out. So we release videos 3 times a week, so they are extremely updated. So if you have questions and you like what you saw, please comment below. The only way YouTube gives us love is if you guys engage with this video. So engage with it, like it, share it, and ask questions. We answer almost all of the comments below if they're good quality comments, all right? So be nice. It's hard to be on video. See you guys next time.